Mic check, mic check, mic check. I think we are back live, but give me a few seconds to make sure. Give me a second, folks. So if you guys are watching this, seeing this, you just give me a second. Let me make sure that we are streaming. I think we back. We back. Y'all can hear me? Can you guys hear me? Somebody confirm that you can hear me, please. Yep. Okay, y'all can hear me. I don't know what happened, man. They call it technology. They call it technology. So, all right, hold on. Let me get the stream, man. Let me grab it. Let me grab the link, and I'll pick right back up where I left off. And actually, let me go to the old stream and let the folks know. For those that don't know, that might be still on that one. Hold on. Let me see if it's still live. It shouldn't still be live. But sorry for the technical difficulties, people. We back. All right, so do me a favor, man. Y'all share it out, man. Yo, somebody share it out. Share that thing out. Oh, here you go. Here you go. I can go grab the old one. Let me see. Is it still live? No, I think that one is off. Yeah, it's off. All right, no worries. We back, though. But hold on, guys. Give me a second. Because I want everybody that was in here to get back up in here, man. We had a lot of people watching. So give me 2 seconds, guys. Y'all don't mind, right? Let me share it back to these groups that I had posted it to. Give me a second. Thank y'all for rocking with me, man. I won't be much longer. I promise. I won't be much longer. Maybe that was the you know, the YouTube people telling me, man, go to bed. But we got to finish it up. And again, like I said, sorry for, I apologize, man, for putting y'all through this. Here we go. All right, we back. So where were we? I said, Ben misses, DJ Steelers forced to punt. Empty. Okay. So next possession. The Bears on 3rd and 5. TJ Watt comes up with the third sack of the night. And Ray McCloud fumbles the football. Fumbles the ball. And I was calling him into the office. Ray, come on in here, player. Let's get right to it, Ray, because I don't want to spend all night here. Come on, man. You be trying to do too much sometimes. Like, sometimes you got to know when to fold them, bro. And actually, as I look at that play, I can't wait till I watch the game again. It looked like you kind of just stopped. Like, I don't know why you stopped right there. I almost felt like you could have continued to go left. We'll take a look at it. But listen, man, you just got to hold on to the ball because you've done this a couple times now. Got to hold on to the ball, man, because I'm going to tell you something. That's the easiest way off this team. Your coach don't deal with dudes that fumble the ball. Not on no special teams. He don't play that. So that's going to be your fastest way off the team, Ray. And listen, I like you, man. You know, I like what you have given the return game. You know, you've given us positive returns, but you have to protect the football. Terrible time to turn it over because the Bears scored a touchdown. And at that point, let me check my notes here. At that point, it's 23-20. Pittsburgh Steelers. Now it's a close ball game. And I wrote here, this is big when you think about Boswell missing that extra point. All right, Ray, get out of here, man. I'm telling you, you might have lost your job. I'm just keeping it real with you. Tomlin don't play them games. He don't. But anyway, right after that, it's 23-20, 10th drive of the night. Najee picks up a tough 10 yards. Tough and patient run, 10 yards on that first down carry. Then Claypool picks up 4 yards on the next play, but he goes down. Najee loses a yard on the next play, brings up a 3rd and 7, and then Ben finds Deontay Johnson for a first down. But then Ben almost fumbles, throwing the ball forward, and the ball drops out of his hand. Luckily, it didn't call a fumble, but Ben almost gave it up right there. And at that point, it was 2nd and 8. We do nothing. Brings up a 3rd and 8, and then Ben is sacked, and the Steelers forced to punt once again. But guess what? Cassius Marsh is called for taunting. What? For looking at the sideline? Steelers fans, I'm fair. I'm going to talk about it in a second, but bogus, bro. That was bogus. Gives us a first down. Steelers give up another sack. Brings up a 3rd and 16. Dan Moore was also called for holding, but they take the sack. And then the Steelers are unable to pick up the first down, force us to kick a field goal, and at that point it's 26-20. All right, next defensive possession. Cam Hayward goes down on first down. Justin Fields able to hit Mooney on another deep shot on 2nd and 1. The ball was overthrown. So you notice I said hit Mooney because he was supposed to hit Mooney, but then technically almost hit Mooney. That would have been another deep shot, probably a touchdown. But Fields overthrows it. But no worries, right after that, the Steelers give up a 49-yard shot. Once again. And then the Bears end up scoring with a pass to Mooney. But we gave up a deep shot anyway. Oh, man. That's secondary. Steelers get the ball back. And it's the last drive of the night. And you guys know how that ended. But I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to give a round of applause to Ben Roethlisberger. Nice vintage drive by Ben Roethlisberger, game-winning drive. Kick a field goal, and that pretty much puts it on ice. And there you go. Nice, methodical drive by Ben Roethlisberger, taking what the defense was giving him, checking it down to Najee, didn't force the issue. And I'm going to be honest. I said to myself that we were going to win the game. I did. I felt like we were finally going to be able to get in field goal range. I was comfortable with getting a field goal. Because there was some things that the Bears were susceptible to as well. And I think we took advantage of that on the last drive. But I did not like this game, man. I did not like this game at all. And how about Ben Roethlisberger scrambling? Did y'all see Ben Roethlisberger with the RP? The keeper? How about Big Ben? Boy, he was slow as molasses. And I'm not clowning him at all because Ben is an older guy. He's not mobile anymore. But man, Ben showed his toughness and grit right there. Almost got there, put their head down, couldn't quite get to the line, man. But what a valiant effort by Ben. It just was funny to see, man, because in a way, that was a unique call by Ben Roethlisberger. Nobody's expecting him to run. So it almost worked. And, maybe the ball was across the line. His knee did go down, but you couldn't necessarily see where the ball was. It was very close. But I got to give Ben credit right there, man, because who would have thought that he was going to keep it? And it almost worked. But anyway, we kicked the field goal, man. And, the game's on ice. And the Steelers sneak out a win. 29-27. But I did not like this game, guys. Let me give you my quick takeaways, and then I'm going to get out of here. Steelers start first 2 drives, and actually 3 drives out of the empty set. That's a takeaway I took from this game. It seemed like that's still going to be a part of the offense, and I'm not saying you can't run it. I'm just not that confident in it when we run it. We did find Freiermuth tonight for a great pickup at a right time, but I just don't feel like it's that successful. I get nervous when we go empty. And I think it's because of, I wonder if the offensive line is going to hold up. And I feel like Ben makes very quick decisions out of empty. But, I just observed that, and maybe it was because the Bears, were stacking the box. And why did we was running up the middle quite often when the box was stacked. And, get out on the perimeter more. I mean, we ran jet sweep, boy. If I don't see another jet sweep for a while, I'll be all right. Now, I'm just playing when I say not see another one. I do want us to continue to run it because it keeps them off balance. But I was like, man, how many times are we going to run it tonight? I wanted to see more tosses. We ran that like one time where we pitched it out with offensive lineman in front of Najee. Let's see a little more of that if you want to move the pocket, not the pocket because it's not a passing play, but if you want to move the line of scrimmage, so to speak, and you want to run on the perimeter, let's try a little more of that. Get some blocking out in front of him because it was a couple times, man, where remember that time when we ran and it was like a 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2, and we ran a jet sweep to Deontay Johnson, and he just couldn't break the tackle. And I text Kenyon and Tony during the game. I said, man, I swear, every time I see Deontay Johnson in these situations, he's trying to break a tackle, I have no choice but to think about Juju. Juju, a lot of times, makes that play. Not every time, but you know what I'm saying? At least you think you got a chance with him and Claypool a little bit. But Juju was really our guy that got those tough yards or stiffed arm a guy, ran over on oncoming tackler, and he might muscle his way to get the 2 yards. We don't really have that. Deontay ain't gonna do that. If Deontay can't juke you, I mean, he's a smaller guy. I'm not expecting him to. I'm just saying it makes you miss and appreciate some of the things that Juju was able to do, because now you're seeing, we're getting Claypool back involved with that. We got James Washington, bigger guys, more back involved with the jet sweep. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I notated here that Fields took a deep shot to Goodwin early in that game against Hayden. Remember the one, and he kind of got past Hayden a little bit, but Hayden was running with him. Stayed with him enough, pushed him to the boundary. But I notated that because I thought we might see more of that outside the numbers. But then Justin Fields seemed to find what he needed to find in the middle of the field. Steelers getting great field position in the first quarter, and we all know that, and that's primarily the reason why we scored. Steelers unable to sustain drives, guys. Listen. What did I tell y'all, man, last week? And maybe I'll go more into it tomorrow. I don't trust the offense, B. I don't. Them 29 points or whatever that was tonight, don't believe that. Don't believe the hype. Those was not sustained drive points. A lot of that came off a short field, and you can't rely on that happening. Short fields, interception by Cam Haywood, that 29 points don't look like the offense that we saw out there, in my opinion. Our offense just don't seem to sustain drives when they need to, is what I'm saying. Seems like we can't really get it when we need it. We did on the last drive, yes. But y'all understand what I'm saying? It's those moments where you like, oh, man. But at the same time, listen, I never want to disrespect the opponent. The Bears brought a lot of pressure. The Bears were stuffing that run up the middle. They did not allow us to run the football on them like we ran on Cleveland. They won't play in them games, so you got to give them credit for that. But I'm just saying, after these games, what are we, 5-3 now, right? After 8 games, do you guys see what I'm saying? We're not going to be a high-scoring offense, and that concerns me. Because our defense, what did I say last week? That secondary scares me. Kendrick Green losing in short yard situations. And I wrote here, why did we keep running right up the middle against super stacked boxes? I wrote here, still is secondary, giving up deep shots and way too many of them. Presley Harvin needs to fix his occasional shank. And Taco Charlton, man, his name was called a few times tonight. So just wanted to point that out. It's a little side note. But yeah, to wrap this thing up, man. Like I said, I'll go into it a little more tomorrow because it's late. I don't want to, stay on too much longer. And let me digest the game one more time tomorrow, and then I'll have a little more opinion. But again, like I said, I don't see with confidence 10 wins. I just don't. I don't think our offense puts up enough points, and I think it's gonna matter when we start playing, teams that can score. Because as you can see, and I know this is a statement that everybody can say, but it's the truth with us for sure. When the pressure don't get there, it ain't a whole lot of times that we can say our secondary made a play. We gave up. Listen, you're gonna give up catches, of course. You're gonna give up points, of course. You expect the NFL team to score 20 points. Sometimes they score more than that. It's not to say that your defense is horrible if they give that up. It's to say that you played another NFL team. But we give up too many chunks, bruh. How many deep shots was we giving up? Then that's the thing. That is the thing. And if we're doing that from time to time and we're not always scoring, it worked out a sort of tonight, when we kind of kept it close and then we scored here and there. But I think you guys understand what I'm saying. Our offense is not explosive. I don't know if we get some of them touchdowns if it's not a short field. I'm just being real. We didn't sustain long drives tonight. And I've been consistent with this point, haven't I? I don't know. The offense is just not quite, you know what I mean? I don't see it. Even if we win 10, I don't see this team making a run in the playoffs right now. They're going to have to convince me as we go on. As we start, when we go on that run, when we play that 5-game stretch when it's like the Ravens and I think it's Tennessee and the Vikings and the Chiefs. Who knows what the Chiefs would be by then? But when we get on that run, and if we start playing those teams well, like late in the year, maybe I change my stance. But again, we struggling with teams that you are expecting to be able to handle. And there's no disrespect to the Bears. They're a nice up-and-coming team. But again, dog, you up 20-6 in the third. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. We supposed to be able to put them games away. And we had opportunities to do it, and the offense stalled. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. And Kansas City, like Kenyon is saying, they don't scare me anymore. But who knows what they are at that point? But again, if we giving up stuff like that, if our secondary is giving up stuff like that, you ain't going to tell me that a Kansas City team with Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey and Tyreek Hill couldn't put up points, on us. The same way the Bears came into this joint 3-5. Let's say Kansas City is not that great at that time of year, but they would still be able to muster taking shots down the field on us. That's all I'm saying. And yes, you guys are right. The AFC is wide open, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, you're kidding yourself if you think this Pittsburgh Steelers today, this is fluid. This can change. But today, there's no way in the world I think this Pittsburgh Steelers team wins the Super Bowl. I'm just being that frank because saying that AFC is wide open and saying that we could still win it, all that don't mean nothing because the goal is to win the Super Bowl. And I don't have the confidence that this team right now, the way they're playing, I don't have that confidence. If some of you guys do, please take that confidence from me because I don't have it. Just keeping it a buck. I'm just saying. But all right, guys, let me read a couple comments. Charlie Brown says young secondary. Yeah, listen, I'm not taking anything away from them being young. I'm just saying these are the reasons why I don't expect this team to do much. I'm just a realist. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that nobody else isn't a realist if you think we're going to win the Super Bowl. Who knows what if we did? I'll be happily and glad to be wrong. I'm just saying from what I see as a realist, for all of those reasons that you guys are laying out, yeah. Yeah, Debbie, that's a good point. And the AFC North is open. I mean, the Baltimore right now, rightfully so. It's well, I don't know if I can say rightfully so because the Ravens been in some tough games here too now, and they was able to squeak them out. They sure enough should have lost that. Excuse me, that Detroit game. No question about that. But look, like Real Fact says, we could still very well lose to the Lions. Could. He says, I do believe we'll win, but Pittsburgh loves to play in tight games every game. Yeah. We could very well lose to them. We could. I mean, y'all watch football yesterday, didn't you? You see all them teams on Sunday that was supposed to win that it's any given Sunday. If there's one person that really believes that, it's me. I say that every week. It's any given Sunday, but we'll see. Couple more. Donald Loudenback says, I think everything changes when Tua gets back. I don't think Tua's coming back, man. I'm going to be honest with you. You could be right, but he ain't played no football, man. We in week 8. Well, 8 games. We're in week 9. We're in week 9, and we've played our 8th game. What type of shape he going to be in? Yeah, you know what I mean? Football is a different monster, man. Maybe he does come back, but like I said, what type of shape is he in when he gets back? He has not played. He hasn't been in preseason. He hasn't been in camp. You're asking for a lot. Lagoon Tours Bahamas Limited says, what do you think about Canada play calling tonight? Wasn't the best in terms of variation, but he did try to get cute with the things that we've been doing. You know, like I said, he ran the jet sweep to several people. He ran the shovel to several people. I just didn't like some of those empty situations. I just don't. I mean, and call it what you want. I don't feel so comfortable nowadays with being an empty. Not as often as we ran it. Like, why are we coming out like that? Now, maybe you want to catch a team off guard. I get it, but we starting drives out of empty. And like I said, even if, if the Bears is handling the run a little bit, if you want to run on the perimeter, man, like, let's try something more than just a jet sweep. But, Marlon Nicholson says, we talking about the weaknesses all these other teams got that we play. But it always seems like once we face them, that all goes out the window. Yeah. Man, you talking, Marlon. You talking. You are talking. But like I said, man, we can't be happy at the way these wins are looking. Remember, let me remind you guys, remember last year when at this point we were 8-0? And every week I'm saying, I don't know. Remember that? I'm getting the same vibes. These wins don't look convincing to me, man. And I don't, listen, let me end it with this. Let me go ahead and get out of here. Can the Pittsburgh Steelers play good defense enough to keep the scores relatively low? Let's say 20 or less. Maybe every now and then the team scores 23 on you, 26. It's the NFL. But can the Pittsburgh Steelers technically keep teams to 20 points or less, play relatively solid defense, relatively solid run defense to force more passes, give up some here and there, and win these close games that are defensive battles and we do just enough on offense? Can we do that? Sure. It's possible. It's very possible. I just don't have the confidence that that's going to happen. I think one of these teams are going to catch us slipping. No question about it. A team that could score. And you know what? Just because Cincinnati got beat the way Cleveland beat them yesterday, I very well believe that one of them teams could do it. Yeah. I think, Cleveland, if they play how they played yesterday, going to give us a problem. Cincinnati can still give us a problem again with that passing game. I'm just saying these are teams that have shown that they can score. Yeah, there's been games that they didn't. Yeah. But again, Cincinnati put up 40 something on Baltimore. Cleveland put up 40 on Cincinnati. But I haven't felt like that with this team, where we were just putting out good offensive production. And again, I'm not asking to score on every drive, but I haven't really felt that this year where we put up a nice offensive output and was able to sustain it even when the defense was leaking a little bit. Look at the Denver game. You see what I'm saying? Even the games where we start fast. Here's another one. And I think Seattle, we started fast. Even in these games where we start fast, it seems like we allow them to get back. And again, like I said, the defense is doing a relatively good job. Tonight, I think was the passing attack really got us. Late in the second half is when they were starting to expose that. But I don't know, man. I just don't. Last one, and then I swear I'm out of here. Emmanuel Ampa says, they played too much zone trying to keep Fields from running like he did last week, and he used that to pick apart our zone defense. And yeah, I agree with that. Obviously we were going to play more zone in this game. You want to keep your eyes on Fields. He did take off and run a couple times, but we contained him for the most part. But yeah, that's exactly what happened. And again, when we exposed ourselves to running the zone like that, what we saw was that middle of the field, man. And that's been a problem for us for a while now. And I saw Devin Bush get a deflection, kind of got in the way, played his zone pretty well. May have possibly been able to get a pick there, it was high. But I like to see that. That was good defense by Devin Bush. But for the most part, we were getting gashed, man. We were getting gashed. But yeah, listen, we're 5-3. We're second in the AFC North. I don't know where we are in the AFC, probably because it's so wide open. We're probably in the 4th or 5th spot right now. So we'll see. I mean, anything is possible, guys. Again, our defense has been playing well in the grand scheme of things. But I'm just getting a little nervous by how easily teams are able to hit us with big plays. That's what I'm trying to say. We saw it in Seattle, how easily we gave up that catch to Metcalf. I just feel like we're giving up too many chunk plays, man, and other teams are able to get them when they need them. And not so much with us. I don't feel like our offense has been able to get as many chunk plays as we would like. But listen, I'm not down on the team. I'm just trying to keep a level head. We're 5-3, so I'll play this week to week. I will definitely play it week to week. I won't cash any real negative judgment or even real positive judgment. We'll just play this thing week to week, and we will allow our feelings to be fluid each and every week. But all right, guys, that's going to do it for tonight. Again, tomorrow, man, I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I want to hear some new callers or some old, but call tomorrow. Phone number's right there on the screen. If you're unable to see it, it's area 619-924-0818. Let me say that again. 619-924-0818. It is Terrible Towel Tuesday. It will start at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I look forward to you guys calling in and listening to you guys' thoughts. But of course, if you came by tonight and you're brand new and you haven't done that, I don't understand. You want to subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you cut on your notifications so you know when videos are rolling or when we have technical difficulties like tonight, another stream just started and you come right back in. But outside of that, man, I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for coming through. Definitely, if you like what you saw tonight, show it. Hit that thumbs up. It helps me tremendously. And if you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down. That helps too. But all right, man, hope you guys have a lovely night. I will see you guys tomorrow for Terrible Towel Tuesday. Stay safe. God bless. Good night. And as always, thank you for tuning in to the Terrible Towel post-game show, Bears versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Peace.